Hi everyone, it's Kate from The Fold Line. I am back this week with the edit. I hope you've had a nice weekend so far. We've got a great range of stuff this week, including a new haberdashery designer we've got on the site with some really cool shizzle for your sewing rooms. Before I get started on the new haberdashery designer we've got on the site, I must mention the Sewing Weekender tickets. It's next weekend, the Sewing Weekender. It's come around so fast. The tickets are available now. If you'd like to come along, I will pop a link down below. And actually, the designer that we've got on the new design we've got on the site is actually doing a talk at the Weekender. She's talking about how she set up her business, and it'll be really fascinating. There are some amazing talks, and we've actually just got a new one extra person has joined us as well, which will be amazing. So we've got Mia, who was on the Sewing Bee, I think it was last year, and she's doing something about upcycling and mending, which should be incredible. There are really great topics, so if you haven't got your ticket yet, now is your moment, and I will pop a link down below to get them. Right, let's talk Gennaure. Now, I'm sure many of you have heard of her, seen her stuff. She I've always wanted to see her product in the flesh, and we went to the Stitches Festival last month before, and had a look at everything that she had to offer, and was so impressed by what she's doing. And she's just like a really lovely person as well. So we've got her product on the site. I'm going to talk you through a few of them because there's just really clever things. So the thing that I really love about these is they are products created out of a need. So she is an avid sewer herself, and these things that she has created are just, I think they're really clever. I've never seen anything like them, and if you haven't too, you're going to want some of them. So the first one was the one that I was most confused by when I saw it online. So they're called seam circles, and if I show you some pictures of them, they're basically stacking kind of rings, and you use them, well, you can use them in lots of different ways, but specifically to add sort of seam allowances onto patterns. So you can, depending on which, there's different sizes, you can see 1 centimetre, 2 centimetre. I will add that there is imperial and metric for all of these products. So if you are an inches person, then there's something for you, and if you're a centimetre person, there is something for you. So she has created them, so they come in this really nice little tin. They all stack together, and basically you can use them in loads of different ways if you're adding kind of tweaking patterns, adding seam allowances. They're just a really easy way of doing it without getting out your pattern thing and trying to move it around corners. You can just literally go whoop with your pen in the middle of the little circle. So clever, just amazing. Then we've got, which was, I'm not gonna lie, pretty freaking exciting. She contacted us because she'd actually needed to manufacture the stuff that we were ordering, and she said, would you like to put our logo on it? And we were like, okay, and having never really thought about it. But this is a really great, useful little ruler. You can see, you know, one always needs something nice to measure with, but it's a corner one. Again, there is metric and imperial for this. There are a couple of nice little details. So you can see that there are little holes in the one end of the, or both ends of the ruler. These are so that you can mark things. So if you're marking seam allowances or notches or whatever while you're kind of changing patterns, it's really, really useful. So we're really excited because I haven't got one yet, actually. I need to order one so that I actually get my own one with the logo on. But yeah, the thing that was really lovely about them is they just feel so nice. They're like wood, and they're beautifully made. So yes. Anyway, the last thing I'm going to talk about, and then I will pop a link to see, because I haven't spoken through all the products, is a silicone hemmer. This thing is so great. So it's really clever. It's a piece of silicone, it's got holes in it, and it means that basically you can press seams really quickly. There is a curved side as well, so that if you're doing, you know, most hems are not completely straight. So one side is curved, one side isn't. There are little markings on it for the centimetres. Again, you can choose from metric and imperial for this, so that you can just literally like fold and steam and you're done. It's so clever. And everyone who has got one of these absolutely raves about them. So go and look at her stuff, because I'm really excited to have her on, and it's really nice to have another British independent business, female founded. So it's, yeah, we're really delighted to have her, and I'm sure we're going to be basically buying everything because every tool she's got is ace. Right, let's get on to patterns now. So the first pattern I've got is the Itch to Stitch Arave top. So this is a jersey pattern. It comes as PDF only. Sizing on this is a UK 6 to 36. A really nice, simple jersey top, perfect for summer. But the thing I like about it is it's got an interesting seam line, which, you know, I'm always a bit of a sucker for. So you can see that it's got, if we show you the line drawing, you can see what's going on. Slightly grown on sleeves. The reason that they're grown on is because it's got this really ace seam detail that kind of loops and goes across the top of the top. That leads in sort of a gathered panel, which means you get kind of like a nice sort of floaty top. You can see on the back of this as well that the seam line kind of mirrors along the back, which I think is really great. Great potential for mixing fabrics and colours for this. I was thinking it would be really lovely to have like tonal shades, but obviously it's completely up to you. But this is a really great, kind of like a kind of basic t-shirt, but with a bit of a twist. So if you've got some jersey kicking around, definitely make sure you go and have a look at this. Next up, we've got a really lovely top from Bobbins and Buttons. This comes in a size 8 to 22. It's PDF only. And for me, this feels like a really fab, kind of loosey-goosey, relaxed fit summer top. I don't know why I'm flapping like I've got wings. So it's got, it's raglan sleeve, so much easier sleeve insertion. It's got this really lovely kind of quite dramatic blues on sleeve shape. You can see it all gathers into the cuff. There's also, you can see a really nice deep neckline with a kind of chunky, would one call it a hem? Neckline, you know what I mean. Neckline piece, and then there is gathering into that all around here, so you kind of don't need darts because you're getting the kind of loosey-goosey kind of volume from that. There is a seam up the centre back, but that seems like a really nice fun pattern if you're looking for something kind of to sew for this kind of springy summertime. Next up, I've got a pattern. It was one actually that I left off from the last week, so apologies. It's the Tammy handmade Guia dress. Sorry, that was harder to say than I thought. PDF only for this. It comes in a UK 6 to 32. This is a fab, another jersey pattern actually. Really great, simple summer jersey shift dress. So you can see that it's got really lovely little thin straps that go over around the front. Slits up the side. It's actually going to not take you very long, but it's such a nice shape. I thought the neckline, she's really nailed that sort of slightly higher but not too high neckline. I think it's really elegant. So if you are looking for something with a bit of like a stretchy summer dress, this is definitely worth going and having a look at. I really like this sort of style of dress because I think it's something you can wear like as a beach dress, but I think also if you made it in something like in a black, it would actually look like a really smart, you could wear it to a smart event. It feels like a kind of good pattern to check out. Then we've got, which I thought was really fun, a pair of slippers from Davies. Obviously sizing on this, you know, just measure your foot and it's all down below. They're a really nice, simple slipper. They've got one that's kind of very simple that you kind of, like the ones that you get if you go to a hotel. But there's also a pair that have a little ruffle detail as well. So if you want to go va va voom on your slippers, then this is the one to check out. But I thought these were, I don't know about you, my mum always travels with a pair of slippers wherever she goes. And I thought these would make excellent travel slippers. So if you're going somewhere and you don't want to be walking on the floors, they will kind of squash quite flat and fit in your suitcase. They're also fantastic for scrap busting because you could get some of your beautiful little bits you've got left over and make slippers. I feel like once you start making these, you'd end up making them for loads of different people because they're really fun, quick to make, and you know, who doesn't want a pair of handmade slippers? So that, oh no, we've got one more, sorry, one last one, and then I will let you get on with your weekends. This is a bag. It's from Lou Orth and it's called the Divided Drawstring Pouch. It's PDF only. There are 4 different sizes that you can make for this, and I really love these as idea of using them as sort of project bags depending on what you're making. you can then kind of tie them up and then they kind of put them away and, you know, grab them when you're making them. I just thought they were really fun. There's a split down the middle you can see so that you can have different things together. You can have all your notions on one side and depending on what you're making on the other side, fabric scraps or crochet, knitting stuff. So they felt like a really useful pattern if you're looking for kind of project bag. They're definitely worth checking out. So that is it from me. I hope that was useful and you found something nice. I will be back soon with another video. Have a lovely rest of your weekend.